Hey everyone, it's Kevin here with reviews about anything, and today we have the Nintendo Switch. I know that I am obviously very late to the Switch here on this channel. I just recently purchased it. I've had it for about a week, 2 weeks now, and I thought I'd give my initial impressions and kind of thoughts on it. This is the newer model, the HAC 001-01. So it's the 2019 model that has the upgraded battery and the slightly better screen and supposedly the improved Joy-Cons as well. So, time will tell with that. I have had it for a very short time. I only played it for a couple of hours so far, so we'll see. I know another one of the improvements was supposed to be the grill up here on the top. Some people had those fins break. They supposedly improved the plastic on that and kind of just the whole body of the unit. And then I believe, yeah, that's really the only things that they improved. I think they still have the same issue of the dock scratching the screen. So I do have a temporary glass screen protector on this one. Simply because I think that's not a solved issue on even the new ones, because I think they only updated the unit, so the unit here itself, the Joy-Cons and the main tablet part, and not any other parts. So in the box you get obviously the docking station, you get this controller kind of thing, where you can slide the Switch Joy-Cons into this and to make it more like an actual controller. I'll show that in a second. And then you also get two little clip-on things that make the Joy-Cons into easier to use controllers. These right here, I haven't used them yet. I've heard a lot of people not say that they don't use them as well. I guess kind of depends. I guess if you have kids or smaller children that are using the Switch, you might want them to have these straps on, especially if you're playing like Mario Party or something else. So yeah, like I said, I haven't used these yet, so time will tell with these. But I have heard that a lot of people do not use them. So I never used the original Switch, so this is supposedly the better screen, a lot of people say. The color accuracy is better, the battery life is supposed to be better, and then everything else. So with those things, and like I said, the plastic quality, I would say the screen looks fine. It's nothing, outstanding. It's a kind of more standard 1080p display, or no, this is 720, sorry, 720 display, 1080s for when it's docked, but it's 720p display. It's nothing like my Samsung Note here. Kind of the funny thing is when you have them next to each other, if you compare let me turn the screen on real quick, the Note to the Switch, the Note actually has a bigger screen, which is kind of sad. That Nintendo didn't use, better, have a better screen with this, really. I know a lot of people don't really complain about that, but it's just something interesting when you do have something like a modern smartphone and the thin bezels, and you have something like this, and you don't really need these thick bezels, because it's not like an actual tablet where you're holding it by the edges. It's you have these Joy-Cons here, so they could have really stretched the screen a bit more and had it to where it was kind of full, or at least better than this. Yet again, like I said, not horrible. The resolution's kind of disappointing. 720p is kind of disappointing, even for when this came out. So because smartphones and tablets at the time had much better screens, obviously, so, and especially even cheap ones, you get cheap tablets that had better screens than this. Granted, I know this is a full-fledged console and everything, but it has a Tegra processor from NVIDIA in it, and I know I have a Asus tablet with a Tegra processor and a 2K screen, and it was $200, where this is $300. Now I do know you get the dock, you get the Joy-Cons and other stuff like that, but it was the one that I had was an LTE model with Verizon, and it was still only $200. So you had the LTE modem, you had obviously the regular Wi-Fi modem, and then it was a full metal construction, and it had a 2K display. So, you know, give and take. I think, you know, if I was going to give a grievance, I would say it's better resolution screen would be one of the first ones. Granted, it's not super needed for native Nintendo games. As you can see, I have Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild right there. I have Mario Odyssey, and I have Smash. Those are the first 3 games I bought. You know, once I beat them, or beat 2 of them, I guess. You don't really beat Smash, you keep playing it, but once I beat Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, I'll get some other games. I do have the physical copies, so here, and here. So I have the actual game cartridges, which are actually quite nice. They're very small. I think it's actually even smaller than an SD card, so a little bit thicker though. And the cartridge bay is up here, which I'll show in a second. So overall, I think the game selection is very good, especially if you're into Nintendo games. They've also ported a lot of stuff to it. I know they ported Doom, and I know there's a Duke Nukem game, and there's an endless amount of ports to this console, so I'm not going to try to go through them. But even big games, though, that's the kind of surprising things. Obviously, Skyrim got ported to it, which is kind of funny since that's an old game, but it also was a taxing game at the time. But I guess, you know, modern mobile processing has come so far. And then, yeah, it just makes it really convenient with how small these games are, though, to carry them. I bought this screen protector and a case for, it was 25, or I think 20, actually I think it was like $20. I think it's from Piranha. Yeah. So here's the case. It's just a kind of standard case. I'll move the switchbacks on real quick and show this. I can make another video on this if you guys want me to, but I'm just going to show this real quick. It has a pouch up here at the top. It has a kickstand to prop your Switch up if you want to use just the Joy-Cons. And then on the back here, it has slots for your games. So it makes it really easy to just kind of throw something into a somewhat hard shell case and get it, you know, bring it with you places. Like I said, it came with a screen protector, so I thought for the price, like $20 to get a tempered glass screen protector and the case was a pretty good deal, since I think most tempered glass screen protectors I think are around $10 or so. They're probably even cheaper on Amazon, but you know, that's just from what I found locally. And same thing with the case, you know, they're probably around that price or so. Guess to give a tour around it, or kind of talk about the different features, the Joy-Cons have little buttons on the back right here, and those buttons are what you press right there to detach it from the console. So you have your right and you have your left, and they both can detach like this. So then you can slide them onto your accessories. So like this one right here gives you somewhat of a controller. It's not the most comfortable controller. I know they have a comfort version of this, so I don't really know why they make this one. They should probably just start shipping the Switch with the comfort one instead of this one, but I guess this kind of does in a pinch. I've used it on my TV while playing Breath of the Wild here. It's fine, you know, it'll do until I get a Pro controller or something. I've kind of just been waiting to get one of those. I just felt like I'd use the Switch in its natural kind of state first, and before I get other accessories. The tablet's quite small and nice itself. So here on the top, starting here at the right, you have your area for your cartridges that sit right there. Spring-loaded mechanism, so they pop out. And you can just push it back in. It clicks, recognizes it. There's a headphone jack, and then you have your ventilation for the built-in cooling. You have an up and down volume rocker and your power button. And then on this side, that's just where your controllers dock. On the other side is where the controller docks, and you have a kickstand here on the back. And under the kickstand, you have a place for a micro SD card. And then here on the bottom, you have your, if it'll focus, there we go, your USB Type-C, which is very nice. I am very happy they went with a very standard connector on this console. I have most of my products, as you can see on this channel, and most of them are now USB Type-C. My phone's USB Type-C, a pair of my headphones are USB Type-C, my laptop has USB Type-C, the camera I'm currently using, the Sony a7 Mark III, has USB Type-C, so I'm happy they went with a standard charger because I can bring my fast charger from Samsung or my old Motorola, which is a 30-watt charger, and just do everything, which is nice with one charger. To give a quick, I guess, synopsis of what I've played so far, I started with Breath of the Wild, and this is actually the first Zelda game I've ever played. I know that's probably a bit ridiculous. To give a background, I had a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, a Wii, a Wii U, and now this. I did skip the GameCube, which is odd, obviously. I was young then, and my parents bought us one console and console only, and we went with the original Xbox. A lot of our friends had it, so and playing online with friends is always one of the best features of video games, in my opinion. So, but yeah, it is quite weird. I would agree if anyone comments that Breath of the Wild is my first Zelda game. I know a lot of people actually say this is a great game to play as your first one. I agree. I enjoy the sandbox nature of it. I enjoy the use of the tablet, and when I played it handheld, I played on the TV. It is a touch annoying with the tablet. I haven't digged through the settings or anything yet. I'm only maybe like an hour or two into the game, maybe. Probably an hour. And when you have the Joy-Cons on and you're aiming, if you have a little bit of wobbling, if you're not being steady with the screen, it does move your bow sight around, and then also when you're looking around with your tablet in the game. So that's a touch annoying. I can probably turn that off, I would guess. Maybe not. I'll have to look through the settings. But that's just really the only thing that was a bit interesting about the game. Other than that, though, the game's been really great so far. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed the being able to cook and hunt and find the towers and different things in the game that you get to do. Second one I played, of course, is Smash. I did have the original Smash on the 64. I had pretty much all of the Smash except for the one on the GameCube. So, love Smash. This is a great addition to the franchise. Having so many, essentially every character, like it says on the back here, everyone is here. It says right there, which is pretty much true. Everyone in the Nintendo universe basically is there, and then even people that aren't in the Nintendo universe are there. Fantastically, it's just a fantastic game. I've played a lot with just kind of getting used to it, getting used to the controls, getting used to using this pad like this a little bit. Like I said, until I get a Pro controller. I know that's really needed for Smash, or not needed, but it's really recommended for Smash. Just a lot of fun, obviously. Even playing with the computer by yourself to kind of get back into the swing of things. I haven't played a Smash Brothers game since, I think, the Wii. I have it on the Wii U, but I haven't played it much. I think the last time I really played the last Smash Brothers was on the Wii U. So, I mean the Wii. And, yeah, so, overall, I do really like this console. I do recommend it even this far in. I know there was rumors about a Switch Pro. Obviously, we got the Switch Lite, but For the price, 300 US, it's a really, really fun console. You can get some pretty good deals on it used. That's how I got this one. I paid basically about, it was like 260 bucks, I think it was, to get it shipped to me. So pretty good deal on this. Basically brand new condition. The person had it for a couple months, beat the games that they wanted to play, and then they didn't want any more. So I bought it, and I thought that was a pretty good deal for it. I know you can get refurbished ones from the Nintendo website. I don't know the quality of those, but that's definitely an option as well. Or even getting it new, obviously. It's not a horrendous deal for the console. And also, I believe, if I remember correctly, Nintendo said that there's no plans of releasing a Pro variant or another Switch model this year, so you at least have the rest of this year to know that you're not going to have an obsolete console. So that's one thing to obviously consider / factor into your decision. But like I said, had this for 2 weeks, so we'll see as time goes on how I still like this. So other than that, if you guys have any questions about the games I have or the accessory, like I said, the case and the screen protector, or just my experience in general, leave a comment below. I'll make a video in the future, probably several months from now, on like a 6-month review of this, unless if something happens in between then and now. I might do another update, like if something weird happens, or if maybe if I get the Joy-Con drift or something or another. If you guys want me to review any of these games after I beat them, so like Legend of Zelda or Mario Odyssey, I can do that as well. Just leave a comment below if you want to hear me talk about those games. And then also, next time when I do a more in-depth review, I might also show it docked and other things like that. But first, like I said, I just want to kind of get my impressions of the unit as kind of how it was intended as a handheld console. And like I said, I haven't played docked some, but I didn't see the purpose of showing that in this video. A million people have made videos on this console, obviously. I just wanted to kind of give my take. So like, rate, rate's an old thing. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Just let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in this next video. Thanks for watching.